Comes next, Dr. Luiza Petre joins us once again. Good morning. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning, Steve.
So I want to talk, first of all, it's been pointed out just how rare these side effects may be for these individuals, literally 1 out of 1 million in this particular case. Are they taking the J&J vaccine more seriously than others? For example, would they stop the administration of a flu shot if the same percentage numbers came out?
Steve, the bottom line here is this side effect is extremely, extremely rare. 1 in 1 million. Basically, we had 6 cases in 7 million people who received this vaccine. If you crunch the numbers, 1 in 3,000 women who are on birth control pills are getting blood clots. The risk of being struck by lightning is 1 in 700,000. And the risk of having a blood clot if you get sick with COVID is 1 in 5 for those who get to the hospital. So putting this in perspective, these incidents are extremely rare, not to diminish the pain of those people who get side effects, but it's not justified. This is just a pause. It's not a cancellation. Most likely, J&J vaccine will be put back with maybe a warning label. Maybe we'll learn more about to be avoided in certain age groups, in women. Maybe it's more feasible for men, but most likely, this vaccine will be back.
Sure, the perspective is very important in this situation. That being said, if it is a temporary pause and then it goes back on the market, they start administering again, or at least offering, has the damage essentially been done? Or is there a concern that people now will say, I don't want the Johnson & Johnson, even if it was only a handful of cases?
My message here, Steve, is this should be taken as a confidence booster. But unfortunately, I hear you. This is going to be taken by anti-vaxxers. They will capitalize on the fears and they'll paddle on it on the social media. But the bottom line, this should be taken as a confidence booster. Again, is a security checkpoint. That's why we have an FDA to watch for all these potential side effects and the relationship between vaccines and potential complications. But again, this is so rare and it should not be even taken into consideration if we look at the risk of having blood clots with birth control pills or just getting COVID.
Sure. And as far as that confidence, what will the government do to try to boost that confidence? Essentially, what will they look at now in these days before it goes back to being administered again? Will they just focus on the people who had these reactions and see if there were other contributing factors, or is there more to it than that?
We are going to hear in a few days, most likely FDA is looking at the data right now. They're trying to see if there are more cases that are reported. But the bottom line is this is a message more for the medical community because it has to be recognized as a different syndrome than the regular blood clotting. It's not treated with blood thinners like we typically do. So to bring the awareness to maybe give a label to the vaccine after that and to make people aware if you experience headache, abdominal pain, or anything like that, please call your doctor immediately. So I think the message will be clear once the committee regroups and puts all the data together.
Sure. And the last thing, Dr. Petre, it had been said by many doctors over the last 6 months, if you have an opportunity to get any vaccine, take it. Would you still recommend that people get Johnson & Johnson if that's what's offered to them at this point?
The best vaccine is the one you have available. And it's not time to stop being vigilant. You don't want to be the last person who gets COVID or the last person who has a death in the family because of COVID. Take any vaccine you get. Bottom line is it prevents 100% death. No matter what vaccine is, Pfizer, is Moderna, is Johnson & Johnson, it prevents 100% death.
All right, Dr. Luiza Petre joining us this morning. Appreciate your time. Thanks much.